can't see the chat. I can't see the chat. So, yeah, if you hear anything, sorry. Why is that happening then? That shouldn't be happening. That whole business. Like, it's okay to have some feedback. So every time I have to talk. Yeah, okay, so. So every time I have to talk, I have to pick up the mic, but it's very noisy. But yeah, I can't see chat, and I don't think I should, because the point is that I just kind of play without, like, for this, because look, I don't play, it's not that I don't play requests, it's that I can't, like, I don't, it doesn't feel particularly good or brave, so I can't see the chat. If anyone's here, that's great. If no one's here, great. I don't know. I just play. And also, this is more just me documenting my practice, because I make some pretty good stuff while I practice. A lot of fun happens while I'm practicing. People seem to like it, so I'm doing it. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to keep playing. But yeah, I don't. It's not that I don't even do requests. I'd like to do requests, but I don't even know. Can you? You can't hear me singing. Sorry, I've only got one mic. Anyway, yeah, I should stop being annoying and just play. I'm just gonna keep playing. There's nothing because there's nothing. We're just here. That's it. I can barely improve anything. Just enjoy what you can of this, and if anyone's here, great, and if no one's here, great. I can't tell either way. See, some of that was fun, but the problem is, okay, I need to be careful. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah. Some of that was pretty fun, but I don't want to be boring, you know. But then it's annoying because like I kind of want to share the process of me coming up with stuff, but I don't want it to be boring, you know. And it's funny because like people are such liars. Like to their face they say, oh no, that's fun, that's entertaining, do that, and then it's like actually a thing that fucks you up. And the thing about me is I'm just not stupid enough to believe everything people say, you know what I mean? Because people say a lot of things, they make a lot of suggestions, and one of the hardest things to learn is that you shouldn't always listen to people, you know, even if they mean well. It just doesn't fucking matter. Like, so yeah, it's weird, like, how can I make my practice entertaining? And also practice that I can use to, you know, make songs. Because the goal is to make songs, obviously. But also to share the process of making songs. I don't know how far to go, you know. I don't know how far to go. Do I share everything? Do I share me eating bread and buying butter? Like, do I strap a GoPro to my head? Do I become Casey Neistat? What the fuck do I do? I don't really know. You know, how much of my process do I show? Why do I live in a time where suddenly all the outdated like the old ways are now outdated, even though the old ways are so cool. Like back in the day, you made an album and all that shit, you know. Anyone who's of a certain age knows how things used to be when it came to music. And now, I'm a performing clown, which is okay, but I'm not really a performing clown. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's hard to know what to like. I don't even know, you know. It's like this crazy, it's so weird. It's like like it's so arbitrary. Like on some level I get the hint that people like seeing me perform and play music, and then on another level it's like it's so fucked. Like I exist, like I have I exist with contradicting ideas in my head that I listen to given the situation. Like one thing is like, no, share your process, share everything, and then another part of me is like, yeah, but you know what's boring. Like, would you watch the shit that you're making? Kind of. I mean, probably. I mean, yeah, I'd watch my rant and I'd watch the guitar playing I've done. But would I watch somebody fumbling around trying to make a song? Especially the way I do it. It's pretty boring. You know, but do I dare be that vulnerable? I've been vulnerable before. My fear is more being boring, you know? And boring is a repellent. Though it's not the worst kind of repellent, because it's just kind of like any reasonable person just goes, well, this is boring, and then moves on. And that's really the only opinion to care about when you're boring, is the one it's just a level-headed person's opinion of when you're boring, because they're just basically saying, oh, this is boring, so I'm going to go now. But I don't want to be boring, but unfortunately, I don't feel like I have a choice. I keep making crazy faces. Alright. Should probably just keep playing. Learn to ignore the camera. So the one that I played, this one, I love that. That is a piece of my soul in music form. But that's more or less complete. There are a bunch of other things that I haven't completed. I'm sorry. I hope you can hear me. I'm sorry if you can barely hear me. There are a bunch of other things that I've completed. There are a bunch of other things that I haven't completed. The only one that I consider complete is this one. You know, that one. But there's it's called Rust, by the way. But there's a bunch of other songs that I haven't finished, and I need to finish them. And so I guess this is me figuring out how to finish them. And it takes me a really long time to come up with good ideas. Not good ideas, but because I do music in a way where, like, my standard is that it has to feel like a part of me. and I can't. That's just the truth. Like I wish I could be the kind of person that's like, I'm going to sing a song for you now, but I'm like ill. There's something wrong with me. Like I need to make music that is torn. Every like an artist, every stroke is torn from the body. It's like, yeah, every note is torn from the body. It's like, no, and it doesn't have to be like that, but I just need to feel it enough. Like, and if I don't feel it enough, then it's not real. So for example, I've got this, right? I'm just going to stop talking now, but this is me cycling through ideas that I haven't finished and shit I need to complete. And this is, and you're just going to hear me try and complete them. So I'm going to be playing ideas that aren't finished and also trying to add to them. That's what all of my playing is going to be from here on out. And that's what most of my practice is, really. It's like just coming up, like playing stuff that I know is good already and trying to add to the stuff that I've already know is good. Duh. I mean, that's what practice is. But anyway, here you go. Bye now. Like, I came up with a really good lead part for this song. So like, I'll play the song first. This is the rhythm for the song, and then I'm gonna play the lead on top. Okay? Those are potatoes. There's a video, a short video anyway. So this is the lead over the top. So the lead over the top is like really good. But this is boring. I find this. I mean, like, basically my problem is I have Hendrix syndrome where I feel inclined to want to play everything myself because I just do. So because I have that problem and I have to shout, I don't know if you can hear me. Because I have Hendrix syndrome, where I basically feel like I need to play everything myself, I tend to eschew things that are overly simplistic. A, because they're boring to play, but also B, because like I just want to play all myself. Yeah, it's not. I don't want to play it all myself. It's just like all I care about is like feeling something and making other people feel something. And it seems that if you have a Hendrix like ability to like play everything that you want to play with one guitar in one go instead of having to utilize other musicians, it's just more power, I guess. Ideally, I'd like to play with other people, but there aren't any, and this is just where we are. So so that's the rhythm. What I was playing, the whole thing that I was playing. So the lead over the top of it, I think, is really cool, but I don't even know if I could play the rhythm with the lead on top. So here's the lead. It's annoying. I'm just playing lead straight, but whatever. This is just where we're at. these retarded faces. Retarded faces! Oh, God! Alright. Alright. Oh, yeah, listen to that sweet feedback, baby. Oh, yeah. Because the string tension is really high, bends don't really register properly. The string tension, because the heavy gauge strings that I play. So when I bend, it's hard to bend. No one cares. The only people that care are guitarists, and I don't even know if any are watching. No one cares about that. I'm sweating. Maybe I should check the chat. I feel like I shouldn't check the chat because I have no idea what people are going to say. I feel like it'd be a waste of time. Maybe. Though I appreciate everyone that's here. If anyone is here, there may be no one here. That's okay. Weeble. Yeah, why would anyone fucking... I suppose there's probably some random people who are like, holy shit, what's going on here? Crazy guy with the guitar. Well, I have bad news for you. I tend to be quite opinionated, and I share those opinions online as well as a guitarist. So I'm afraid this isn't. Yeah. Then again, I'm not really opinionated though. I don't really say anything. I'm not PC, but I'm also not like. I don't have any like. You know, like righteous indignation about anything. I don't really care. I just believe in free speech, and that's about it. I don't have like some crazy soapbox to stand on. I need a break. I need a moment, I think. See, I really liked. Okay, cool. I'm just seeing if I'm picking up. If the sound is picking up. I really liked this whole thing I was doing. This thing I was doing. Like that's really nice. And other like variations of that. But then, see, this is the thing. I come up with good things, and then I need to figure out where they belong. Which song they belong to, you know, it's all like, there's a lot of admin, song admin, where you need to figure out where See, I think that one doesn't sound as good as this one. Where does that belong to? I don't know, like, I'm not trying to make a rock opera, you know, like this one, the Rust, the song Rust, which is Please Forever Remember It, is the one that goes like this. That one is actually quite simple, there's only like 3 parts to it. Whereas like this one, I don't know what it's called, I mean I need to give these things names, but then when they're not finished it's hard to name them, but like, so we got like this one, which is like that's really good to me. I think that's really good, but it's very simple. And simple, there's nothing wrong with simple. It's just like for me to be entertained, I need something complicated and simple. Otherwise, it drives me mad. If there's like, it's actually really messed up. My criteria for music making is actually like making things on the guitar is actually really crazy. Like it needs to feel good to play, or like there's all these negotiations. There are so many, like I hate it. I hate being as picky as I am. I think that's what gives me good taste. Dare I say, I think I have good taste. A lot of people might think I don't have good taste, but I think the thing that gives me good taste is that I have so many like things that I consider like what, like for that Rust song feels really good to play. It sounds heavy. It's got open strings, which is kind of my way of like sounding like Lemmy, because Lemmy used a lot of open strings and I love Motorhead. That's actually making it, that's trivializing it. It's not just simply loving Motorhead. It's like to make the sound, the kind of crazy, messy, like shambolic sound that isn't so bad that like you can't understand it. Like it's like it has to sound fucking gnarly, but also emotionally intelligent at the same time. You know? Like that's the real goal. That's what, like really we're trying to we're trying to make something as eclectic as classical music and as aggressive as metal and cool as well, because that's really shit. Like, that sounds shit, you know. It's like, oh god, like that brings, like, no, don't go there. Like, there are gonna be a bunch of people like, oh no, people have combined classical and metal. I don't want to hear it. Like, most of it's probably gonna be shit. A few of it will be really good, but a lot of it's gonna be shit, because it's like trying to combine the eclectic nature of classical music with metal music in a way that's cool. That's the most important part, in a cool way, because if you just combine those two, I don't like that. Just combine metal and classical, bang, gay. Like, not good. Not good. That's not good by default. Like, that's kind of lame. It's gonna, because classical music is, like, certain elements of classical music are really cool. Certain elements, well, actually, like the overall tonal sound for me, I love of metal. I love the aggression. I mean, Motorhead, you know, like, I love that shit. So, I mean, so metal's easier for me to just be like, yeah, like, cool. But classical, some classical's really lame. Some of it's really boring. Some of it's really annoying. Some of it makes me cry, you know, because it's so good. So it's it's a matter of like tastefully combining the two into something tasteful. Anyway, I've spoken long enough. Have I? I don't know. I'm still trying to recover. But yeah, it's hard. I'm like combining all these disparate pieces. Someone's going to be like, hey man, just turn chat on. Like, why are you just talking by yourself? Because that's what we're doing. And then we're going to see if anyone messaged or what later. That's just how we're starting this first episode. The next one, I'll turn chat on maybe. Or maybe I won't. Maybe we'll just keep doing this because I want it to feel authentic. And if other people are commenting, saying things like, do you take requests? No, sorry, I don't. Like, I have trouble. I mean, maybe I should sing something. I'm not a very good singer, but maybe I should give it a shot. I mean, at worst, it will be like entertaining and funny to see someone kind of butchering songs. I used to be really good at singing, and I can be quite good at singing. I wish I was like Jeff Buckley or like Tim Buckley level singing though. I wish I could sing as well as I play the guitar. It makes me really sad. I feel like I'm just Hendrix. Like, I feel like I have Hendrix singing voice, you know? Like, I can do some vibrato and some little things, but it's painful. I wish I was Tim Buckley, man. I wish I could just be like, like do all this crazy shit, but I just can't with my voice. Like, I think I could get pretty proficient at singing, and I could even impress myself a lot. I've surprised myself a lot when I've actually practiced singing, but I don't know, maybe someday, you know, maybe. But I don't know why singing just takes so much. Like, when I'm hungry, I can just about play the guitar. You know, I'm hungry now. I'm not eating much. But if I'm singing, it just takes so much out of me. So it's just like, yeah. I mean, I should give it a try though. What songs do I know off by heart? I mean, I have my acoustic right here. Also, I'm not like, I've turned chat off because it helps me be less self-conscious. Like if people give me too much pointers and I'm too self-aware, then other people like it's good to just not really like. It's good to be careful with who you listen to and who's allowed to speak to you, like, because you just hear shit. Or some people, sorry man, some of you give shit advice. Sorry. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna try and sing something. Man, I don't know. It's weird. Like, what can I sing? Like. I don't really want to sing. And if I do sing, I want to sing over hard guitar. I don't really want to. Like, it's good to have an acoustic, but it's kind of gay. It's kind of gay, like, sing a song. I have feelings. Like, you know, no, I was talking to my dad earlier, and I was literally just being like, you know, he really loves is when I sing and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, singing songs is for when you have something to sing about. Like, I have nothing to sing about in my life. Like, all I have is determination, like dogged determination to keep being a musician. And that sounds like fucking metal. That doesn't sound like I love you and I have feelings. It just sounds like smashing your face against a wall, you know? And because that's all I have. So I think I'm just gonna not do that. Really? Should I give it? No, we're not gonna do it. Sorry. Didn't mean to mislead anyone. We're going back to the electric because there's just no point. I'm not gonna sing love songs when I just feel like, no, we're not doing that. How self-involved is this guy? and there's like no one in the chat. Oh god, I'll die. Like no one cares. Like there's no one watching. Oh my god. Oh well. I mean, it'd be, if anything, it'd be kind of funny if no one was watching. Anyway, I need to play. I need to stop like this shit. if there's anything that you hear that you think is good and you want me to turn into a proper song, comment the time and the time you heard the bit, and I'll try and make something out of it. If you know, often when people say they hear something, I hear it. You know, I can hear it. Sometimes in passing, I might play something good and I won't realize it's good until someone else says it's good, and then I'll listen to it and I'll say, oh, maybe that is good, and maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't know if anyone's here. You know. Anyway, as we were. to get rid of all the gamer gunk that is on my my fretboard. There's a lot of gamer gunk on my fretboard. What is gamer gunk, huh? That's a good question. I think it's just a euphemism for something. Yes, I have something on my guitar fretboard. However, did it get there? No. I don't know. I don't really produce that much. I think relative to other people I've seen, I don't really produce that much sweat from my hands, but there are some dead skin. It's always really thick, but there's not much of it. That's the deal with my dead skin issue on my guitar. It's very, like, when it's there, it's like, oh shit, those are definitely, it's like, you can't miss it. So it's good, but it's just, there's not that much, thankfully. Some people produce a lot and it's hard to see, but I don't produce very much, but when it's there, it's like, it's right there. Like, you can't miss it. I also think I've broken a string by sweating into it too much, because one time I was playing and I think the G string, there's a lot of pressure on this G string. Whatever that means. Yeah, no, I don't know why, because I use very high tension gauge strings. I don't know, they're very heavy. They're heavy gauge strings, and the string tension is really high, and a lot of the tension seems to rest on the G, and it's a wound G. So it's kind of like, yeah, this is all guitarist talk. Honestly, it's not really fair. I shouldn't really be burdening the children probably watching this with guitar talk, though maybe some of them may understand this, but a lot of them probably don't. And no, there's probably no one watching. I don't know who's watching. This is kind of the game of what's happening right now. I don't even know if anyone's watching. It could just be me alone talking. I don't really know. Maybe someone's impressed with my guitar skill. I just don't have no idea. Anyway, yeah, there was some gunk on the guitar, and I remove it. As you can see, it's not that bad. There's a little bit if you pay attention, but yeah, I'm not that bad compared to some people, but still happens if you play a lot. And it's burning hot in London. It's really hot here. I needed 2 microphones. I'm so silly, and yet I only have one because I hate owning audio interfaces. It's why I own this piece of excuse me. It's why I own this like one thing, because I just can't stand. I really don't like audio interfaces. They insist upon themselves because they're so big, and I know that's the point, that they're not big compared to like how big they used to be. I know, but the same effort that goes into making laptops small doesn't go into making audio interfaces small, which annoys me because I hate big audio interfaces, and all of them are really small relative to how big mixing desks are. But I'm sorry, I know I'm losing a lot, but yeah, I just hate audio interfaces, most of them, and so that's why I have a fucking iRig, even though could have afforded much more expensive ones, because it's got such a small footprint, and I hate big footprint audio interfaces because they impose upon themselves and they go, look at me, look at all I can do, and I'm just like, dude, I just need what I need when I need it. Anyway, so I guess I should keep playing, but I need a minute. Yeah, I need a minute. I need to drink and I need a moment. How long has this been? Is there a way to check how much time has elapsed? No, there's no way on fucking OBS. Oh wait, no, is there? Yeah, okay, 1 hour and 20. Okay, that's not so bad. Yeah, this weather it's hot. I mean, whatever. I don't care about that fact. The thing that annoys me more is that this guitar seems to pick up the sweat from my body quite obnoxiously, and that's irritating because I have to clean it. Though it is my prized possession, I love my guitars. Because I play with such high string tension on electric guitars, I actually find acoustic guitars very easy to play. I do something very unusual. I have very heavy gauge strings on electric and really light gauge strings on acoustic. So I get it's weird, like I do the opposite thing, because most people they gain their strength from them playing acoustic, but I hate, they're so loud. Acoustics are so loud. So I do this weird thing where but there are 20 trillion reasons why I play heavy gauge strings on an electric. Dick Dale being one of the main ones. I fucking love that guy. His tone. Dick Dale has the best tone ever. Dick Dale is, God. I need to buy another Strat or something and then put it with like the most high gauge strings I can possibly find. But then I also worry about tendonitis because these are pretty high gauge. These are high gauge, and my fingers aren't exactly the most manly. Gauge being like how thick the strings are. And my fingers, as you can see, aren't the most manly. Then again, people play bass. You know, this is the thing. People are always like, oh, you should be wary of string gauges. But it's like people play the fucking bass, and that's like, those strings are basically like the size of a finger, so not really. But yeah, because I play heavy gauge electric strings, I get my ability to play light strings easily. I can use that ability. I utilize that ability playing acoustic. So I'm actually going to play the acoustic, but I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to play it as if it's an electric and come up with some ideas maybe. As a refresher, and also give the amp some time to settle, I guess. And maybe try and put this somewhere where, I don't know where to put this mic though. Sorry if it's noisy, people. Okay, I'm going to put it here and just hope for the best. 1, 2, hello. But yeah, because I play, as you can see, because I play such heavy strings on the electric, the acoustic is so easy to play. Out tune. And also I need a break, so I should probably just chill for a minute because I need a break anyway. I'm like trying to just jump straight on another guitar. I'm trying to jump. Shit, sorry if I'm deafening anyone. I'm trying to jump on another guitar, but I don't even have the energy to play in general anyway. Yet. Well, it's like a Friday. Who knows? Like what loser is like tuning into this? No, I'm joking. Shaming you for watching. Well, you know, I'm saying you're a loser for watching, but it's like I'm hosting this, so like, what does that say about me? I'm worse, really. I'm joking. No one's a loser for tuning in. You're great for tuning in. Thank you for watching. can see, I don't really have the same passion for the acoustic, and I shouldn't pretend or act like I do. You know, my dad's always banging on about how much better. There was a time when I was much better at singing and playing the guitar, but now I don't really feel that way. I don't think I'm very good at that so much anymore, as I used to be. I guess I'm not as good because I lost passion for it in the same way. I just don't feel the same way about it. Sad, really, because I learned everything kind of on an acoustic in a certain way. It took me years to finally play an electric. I started playing electric through heartbreak. It's funny, the electric guitar, people say link it to the devil and all that kind of stuff, and I actually understand why. It's yeah, there's something about the electric that is very intense and demands a lot of you. I don't know about it being related to the devil, but I know the electric goes hard in the paint, let's just say that. Whereas the acoustic is like, oh, I love you, I love everyone, I just want to be friends. Whereas the electric is like, hey, what's up? the electric is like, doesn't lie, you know. The electric is like, I want what I want, you know what I mean? Whereas like the acoustic is like, please love me, yeah. I suppose that's the bad side. The good side of the acoustic is that it's like loving and sweet and stuff, but the bad side is that it's just a bit like fucking candy. It's like, give me a break. Like, how sincere, I love you. It's like, yeah, alright, shut up. Shut the fuck up. So yeah, so much for that. I keep trying to pick it up. I should just probably put it away at this point. I should probably get it out of my sight because I keep pretending like, I mean, it's good to have one, even as someone that plays the features in the electric. It's good to have an acoustic lying around, but yeah, for this live stream, it's just such a waste of time. That did sound pretty though. I mean, like that chord, like that whole, I love that, you know. So sincere and pretty. And also it's very fun, like funny to play, like that Rust song, to play on an acoustic. It sounds like very Cajun, you know. It starts like, it sounds really hillbilly, you know, which I suppose is kind of cool in a hillbilly sort of way, but I kind of wanted it to be crazy and sexy, not Cajun. Like, I'm not trying to sound Cajun particularly, but I suppose it's just kind of very Cajun, funny sounding. Sounds funny, really. Alright. Alright, it's been an hour, so I suppose we could call it quits, but I'm not going to stop playing the guitar. That's the thing. So I might as well keep it running, because I'm not going to stop playing the guitar. I just need a break. And I should definitely, I should turn chat on, but then once I turn chat on, I'm going to be distracted. And no, the problem is, yeah, it's actually very difficult, because I will lose some of the realness. No. Not some of. I will lose, and as well, I'm speaking too loud. I need to be careful. I will lose some of the realness if I turn chat on. Because right now you've got me in a situation where I don't know what anyone thinks, and yeah, this is streaming and I don't know how many people are watching it, but because I don't know, because that's out of my head, in other words, it's very difficult to come up with ideas if someone else is in the room and they're not a collaborator. None of you are collaborating really, and if you are going to collaborate, you're probably just going to ask for requests, or I don't know, it's so rare that anyone says, it's kind of rare when someone's like, oh no, change that note or do that chord or something, but most of the time it's just whatever. Most of the time it's just bullshit, people just chat shit. So, yeah, to make it real, I have to actually not look at chat. Yeah, it has to be that way, because basically, for me, I'll just speak for myself, yeah, because I don't know how other musicians work, but for me as a musician, for me to get into the zone where I come up with new ideas, I need to either be working with someone in a very dedicated manner, like we're collabing together, or I'm alone and I'm trying to work on something. But if there is an audience, right, and the audience is watching and just kind of like just some care, some don't, blah blah blah. They got all that. Like it's like I'm in an intense state of focus, and to maintain that focus, yeah, I just can't. If I turn chat on, then it's over. So I guess I'm just gonna take a break. We're just gonna chill, and I'm gonna pick up the guitar in like 10-20 minutes, something like that. Maybe less, probably less. But I just need a minute to chill. Because yeah. But then also, like, I suppose this is cool because, like, so many, like, people will always try and talk you into doing the easier thing. They'll always try and talk you doing into the easier thing. And that's not even necessarily a bad thing. I just think, like, a lot of you aren't with your friends, if there's anyone here. But even if someone's watching this on a recording, you're probably not with your friends. You're probably alone in a room somewhere looking at this, or somewhere. You're probably alone looking at this. And so if I'm alone, that makes two of us. If I'm on chat, that makes you and me and the group that I'm chatting with. So suddenly I have friends and you don't. Do you get what I'm saying? So if it's just me, I know it's really fucked up, like schizoid, because I'm just like, who am I talking to? But there's some actual intelligence behind not having chat on, because the moment I have chat on, suddenly I'm in a room full of my friends, and yet all the friends that I have that are watching feel alone unless they're talking to me, and even then it still feels alone. So in other words, this is actually more real, I think, and it helps me think anyway. So yeah, I should probably just shut up and just chill, but yeah, I don't know, this is just my logic. Like I'm trying to make art. I'm trying to make something that's like I'm trying to make art. Like no, but I'm trying to make something that like in this that is bearable and tolerable in this modern age of like so many things that I don't like or respect. I love a good, like, you know what I love? Like, I love a live stream of someone sharing some good talent, and also, like, I like what I'm doing, you know, I'd watch it. Yeah, I'd be a bit annoyed about how long of a break I'm taking right now, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it. You know, so that's it, really. And then I'll be back to playing again. But yeah, I suppose this is practice. So then I suppose it's not right to call this like diary of a fucking starving artist, because it's not really a diary, is it? But then it's me practicing, and isn't that the most important part? Like, isn't that the artist part of my life? Like, do I really, like, until I'm like Picasso or something in terms of like skill, people aren't really gonna care about my ins and outs. And no, that's not true though. Actually, I don't know what it is. It's just yeah. There are just so many metrics these days. It's a bit too complicated to do creative things these days. It's kind of convoluted. It's good now, I guess, but yeah, it's kind of convoluted. Blah blah blah. Artist talks. Just play the guitar, man. How long are we going? 1 hour 35. Yeah, it's way cooler. It is cooler. It's a bit annoying for me, but it is cooler to actually have chat off. Because the moment you have chat on, something about the fourth wall, you know, something about like there being like no, this is live, and I don't know you're there. I think that's cooler. I think, isn't that more? No, come on, that's more interesting. Because if it's chat, then it's just I don't know. It's like me saying, look at like I don't know. I don't think that's good. Yeah, and it's counter to my musical process. So wow. Man. I'm kind of hungry. I'm kind of reluctant to expose my eating habits, but I probably should. Because I'm hungry. I found some public bread. I found some bread in public, and I took it home. And I could afford some butter, so I bought some butter, and now I butter the bread, and now I eat bread. That's why my face is puffy. Because I'm the name Starving Artist is not a joke. I am hungry, and those are potatoes that I bought. I am living off of what I can find, and my stomach is growling. I am hungry, so I'm gonna eat like in front of you. Please don't judge me. Please don't tell anyone how I live. We eating like it's the 19th century. Some bread and butter. No, for real, it's just bread and butter. This is, I mean, can't really go wrong, can you? But I mean, is this the foundation of a good diet? Not really. Yeah. Cue all the working class just going, shut the fuck up, at least you're eating something. And then suddenly I think of the tramp who was like, no, I don't really like. I gave him a loaf of bread, and he was like, no, I don't really like bread. I like hot food. And I was like, I hope you stay a fucking tramp forever. I gave him a loaf of bread, and he was like, no, I prefer hot food. I wanted to kick him in the face, but obviously he's a tramp. But like, beggars can't be choosers. I should have said that. Yeah, beggars can't be choosers, and just throw the bread at him. Yeah. I often think about what tattoos I would get. I've thought about so many. But then I settled on the notion that I only get tattoos when when they demand to be gotten, you know? Because I just don't think I could really live that comfortably with myself knowing I have a tattoo that's just to get a tattoo. I think it's kind of lame. I feel like tattoos have to earn the right to have a space on your body. Yeah. Like, they have to earn their right, I think. I was about to just say some bullshit. Like, I respect people that get tattoos just to get them, but then I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I'll like, I could probably, actually not really. I've never had friends I've never really had a friend who just had loads of tattoos. I think that's kind of like poser. Not even poser, it's just like, so they don't mean anything then. They don't mean anything. They look cool. Right. Well, fair enough. Oh, no. I shouldn't lie. That's the truth. The truth is, I don't really respect it when someone gets tattoos just for the look. I think it's kind of weak. It's like, it hasn't, like, tattoos have to earn a space on your body. There has to be some reason, you know, or like not even a reason, like a feeling, because I got this first one for a feeling. It wasn't even a thought. It was like a feeling. Yeah. And then it turns out later it's actually got something to do with my family, my closest members of my family. But this one is like, I had to get because it says go with the flow. I love that. It's designed to, like, I love it. I love the font. I love everything about it. But it's also just designed to piss off a certain demographic. Like, there's a certain kind of person that wants to laugh at it or make fun of it or think it's lame, and that's exactly why I got it. It's like trashy, basically, on purpose. But yeah. So now we're gonna cut up more of this public bread. Ah, yes, nearly 30 eating public bread. Isn't this? Eating the public bread. Hey everybody, this is C Strongman, and I'm here eating some public bread. Look at that. See, this is why it's not good to have chat on, because I'd hear all their fucking stupid opinions about, oh, why don't you why are you eating this? I'm eating this because this is all I got, alright? This is all we've got. And I do hope the sound isn't shit. Hang on. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, okay. It's not terrible. You can still kind of hear me. 1 2. Let's turn this up. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something. Yeah, because I'm hungry. I know this is meant to be a music practice stream, but it's now a bread eating stream. I'm sorry. We've gone from music to public bread eating. Okay? Yeah, I'm ripping it with my hands. And what? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna fucking do about it? Yeah. It's anarchy out here. Yeah. And the butter's so melted, which is really bad. I mean, it's good, it saves me time, but it's not good for the future because... Yes, I'm just eating bread with a fucking load of butter. Yes, that's where we're at. This is what's happening. And I'm acting like this because usually, like, if I could, I actually can cook very well, and I would be eating salads every day because I love eating salad. I'd have a salad a day, and I'd eat plenty of health foods, and I'd have an amazing complexion, and I'd go for runs, and but instead I'm eating public bread. All right, with too much butter. Okay. I should probably leave a PayPal link if someone feels pity for me and wants to make my life easier. I should leave a PayPal link in my the thing on my YouTube profile. I might do that. Probably a good idea. So much bread and butter, man. Because donations would help. They would help. And I know how like poncy this might sound, but the main reason why I don't want to beg is because it's kind of just like boring. Aside from being obviously gross and like who wants to, like, I came to watch a guitarist play music, not beg for money whilst eating public bread. See, if chat was on, I'd be self-conscious, I'd be thinking about all this other shit. Because chat is off, I can concentrate on just like just being here. I don't know why that is. I don't know what meta rule or thing makes it so that having chat on makes everything slightly... I don't know what it is. Nothing personal. I'm grateful for anyone that's here. I hate saying that. It sounds so sucky. It sounds so desperate. I'm gonna stop saying it. The reason why is because it just doesn't feel good. I appreciate all of you. Like, duh, of course. Like, come on. Why would I share this if I didn't give a fuck about people? I wouldn't fucking make a live stream and like share it. So much bread. Alright, we're gonna just stubbornly keep going now. Because that's all there is left to do. Keep on going. Keep making faces. Keep making silly faces. People aren't going to take you seriously if you keep doing that. People aren't going to take you seriously. People are going to think you're a joke. People are going to laugh at you. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Contrary to how it may seem, I'm not a pig, and I'm in fact going to wash my hands after touching a load of bread and butter, because I love this guitar to death. So I'm going to go and wash my hands now. Sorry about that, because I just forgot. I need to wash my hands. One moment, please. The issue is like, yeah, I'm thinking, obviously I'm thinking about it's a fight between like having integrity or like staying with what you think is real or true and what you think works. I don't know, maybe chat would be good. You kind of open up the conversation. But then you wouldn't have all this like the pacing, me going through dilemmas, just everything. It wouldn't be the same, would it? Because the moment chat opens up, suddenly all my insecurities are gone, because most people are pretty friendly. Contrary to what people say about online, most people are pretty nice. And people talking smack about me, most, like 99 times out of 100, doesn't really affect me. So then if I turn chat on, it's just relieving me of pressure. And also out of fear, but also, I don't know, I do like connecting with people. I can't lie. I do. It's just nice to speak to people. But then it ruins the effect of like, the kind of hyperbolic time chamber effect of being alone and practicing. So I don't know. Like, I feel like the right thing to do is to like open up chat but I'm not like, this is the thing though, I have gripes about it. I don't know why I have gripes about it. I just have gripes about it. It just makes me feel like, not like I'm pandering, but just like, I don't know. Why does it bother me? No, you know what? No, I've decided it should not bother me. Like, I should just be able to have chat up and not care about it. So I'm going to open chat because like I should be able to see what people have to say about what it is that I'm doing. I hope he reads the chat afterwards. Same, I assume he will. That's funny. Just ride the Kali Yuga and live in the modern world. Oh God, the worst case scenario. Intelligent conversation, like actual intelligent people looking at what I'm doing. I don't know when people said this. Sick, what's up? How long have you been playing? Hello, bro. Are you blessed? Same, I assume you will. No, it's like I don't even know who's here. I need to like sign in. Hang on, for fuck's sake. I don't even know the metrics on my thing. I feel like everyone's gone now. Is anyone even here? I'm now on chat. Oh God, fuck. Okay, hang on. One moment, sorry people. My apologies, people. I don't know why I'm doing this. I probably shouldn't. But so I'm just logging in to my channel. Let's see. Yeah, to see. Like, I know people were there. Still here, bro. Okay, some people were here. Cool, man. What's up? Chat on off. Do what feels best for you. Thank you. Hello, Martin. I saw your lovely. There's no cheese. There's nothing. It's just bread mukbang. Yeah. God, I forget how lovely all you guys are. See, this is why I feel bad. It's like I turn it off. Thank you for the nice compliments and the comments. This is kind of unique and interesting. I don't really know much about Alf. What do you know about him? Because I just found some videos about his rant earlier that's kind of unique. Not much, but unique and interesting in his good way. I thought he was crazy, but I stuck around anyway. Glad I did. I'll see. I'm just not past the crazy part. Check this video. It seems to lean on 99% of it. What's he about? Haha. That's so funny. Do you think getting paid for your physical gifts, being a pro athlete, is bad? Getting paid for spiritual gifts is bad. Do you think getting paid for metal gifts, pro mathematician, is bad? No, you can get paid for spiritual gifts. Some say money and matters of spirit. See, these are only interesting comments because I wasn't there. Like, when people feel like they have access to me, all of a sudden the chat goes down the toilet. Yeah, no, none of you guys, like, it's no, this is the problem, right? I feel like I ruin chat. Like, when you talk amongst yourselves, I learn more, because if I'm involved, then all of a sudden it's like you're talking to me. And I don't know, it helps me because I can hear you talking about me, and then I can see how people see me. And it's funny though, because people do see me more or less the way I present myself. It's like I'm just not past the crazy part. Oh yeah, well, Yeah, I'm pretty crazy. But the thing is, though, I like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Life's crazy, man. I don't know. Like, live long enough and you'll realize life's pretty crazy. Like, people do all these things to buffer how insane it is by getting nice, stable jobs and all this kind of stuff. But if you take enough of that shit away and you start looking at life like dead in the face without all the things to make it nice and comfortable, you start to realize life's fucking crazy. You know? That's why homeless people are crazy, because they're like, fuck, this shit is too much. You know? Because it is. Like, life actually is too much. Like, let's start talking about brain rot now. Yeah, no, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm leaving the chat. Sorry. Hang on. Wait. I'm gonna take some more from the chat. And then I'm gonna get out. Some say money and matters of the spirit should not mix. No, I believe it. I'll put a link up to put PayPal. I think I'm gonna do that separate from what you said. Hearts. Yeah. Thank you. That bread is good. Thank you. Do some remote viewing or something and tell him to rechat. I mean, I decided to do it. We rechat afterwards. He has it off for now. So chat on. I love you guys. I love all the people that support me and can see past. I mean, fuck it. Like, it's funny. I was gonna say, oh, see past the crazy, but it's like, no. I've started presenting myself as like me now. You know, I've stopped doing like crazy psycho mode of like, because that was what was your background, bro? Since you sound quite posh. Yeah, no. I'm poor, as you can see, but I'm also lucky. That's the situation. Like, I have a mum who's very sweet and she lets me rot here. And instead of becoming an incel, I use my time in a way that is very, very, very un-incel-like. And I party when I can. But most of the time I languish in like, I'm kind of living the life of a confused starved artist. I live a very strange life. And as I get more successful, it's only going to get weirder. Which is why I started my YouTube channel, really, because there came a point where I realized how weird my life is. I think the problem is I don't know how to document my life in a way that isn't also weird. I almost wish I could hire someone to film me and they could like frame me in a normal way. So then people feel they can relate to me more. But because my life is weird and I present my content weird, it's just mega weird. So then it's really hard for people to relate. And but I'm beginning to learn how to like frame things in a way that's me, but also people can understand. But yeah, I know I have a posh accent. I suppose you could say, yeah. Anyway, it's all getting into wanking now, self-serving wanking. So I'll just be quick. I need to turn chat off. Else I'm stuck. What do you want to do with your life eventually? I don't really care, man. Like, all I care about is music. It's funny, right? I'm not. You know, Speed. Like, he's like this very. You know, everyone knows who Speed is. Everyone would say, "Do you know Speed?" Of course, everyone here knows who fucking Speed is. But like, you know how Speed is like a really extroverted guy. He's like, and like he does all this shit. It's like, I'm introverted and there's very few things that I feel I can be loud about, you know? I'm kind of an introvert, I think. Or maybe I'm not, I don't know. I confuse myself. Sometimes I'm the loudest and sometimes I'm the quietest. But there's very few things, because I'm so nuanced and I think about stuff so much, there's very few things I can be like, and like mean it with all my chest, like with chest, right? But I can tell you this with fucking chest. All I give a fuck about is music. What do I want to do with my life? Music at any expense. I don't care. There's nothing else for me to do. I used to be a chef, but it's been years since I've been one, so I'm just fucked. And I don't care that I'm fucked. As long as I get to play music, life's alright. I don't care if I live off bread and potatoes. I just don't care, dude. Music's all I care about. I listen to it all the time. I play it all the time. I don't get any of the benefits of being a musician. Anytime I pull a girl or like have any crazy times with people, it's never because I'm a musician. It's just because I happen to be quite charming in person. No, really. But yeah, I live a very unusual life. Like, I live a very strange life. Like, somehow I make it work. Like, living at your mum's place and doing all this shit. Why is he littering me? I just had to sleep and didn't see anyone 3 days. He probably won't on if I relate. No, it's just fucked up. I feel like a lot of us are in this situation though. I know that I'm not alone now. Like, okay, so I guess we're talking about society now. Shit, man. It's supposed to be just be guitar, but oh well, who cares? No. It's fine. We're here. We're just gonna ride the dragon. That's right. Yeah, I'm probably an ambivert as well. But basically, yeah, because like the world is going down the toilet in a certain kind of way. There are a lot more people who are at home and they're just beginning to equate themselves with always being at home and the world being shit. I've been this way for most of my life. So I've actually gotten quite good at like functioning and surviving in a situation that makes most people depressed and want to not live. Like, I know how to actually survive in like how should I put it? The same situation that makes incels can't make, like, I've already burned through that identity. Like, I don't even know how to be an incel anymore. I don't think I even can, because I think once you realize your worth and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I relate. I know how it's like to be like that. It's like I identify as an incel, but I suppose that's what people do when they call themselves that, or other people that. It's like this identity. I'm an incel. I kind of get it, and so I feel sorry for guys like that. It's just, but yeah, like now that more of the world is kind of having to like do all this stuff to survive, and like people are moving back in with their parents, they're beginning to get acquainted with life, and they're like, oh, my self-esteem is so bad because I'm alone at home, and like I don't know, you know, like they're just beginning. And I don't mean to look down on anyone. It's just I've been in this situation for so fucking long that, like, even though like I live in a situation that usually makes incels, like I still know how to have fun, I guess, in spite of it, and be okay, and like maintain, I guess, my incel arc and recovery. Nah, to be honest, I suppose I kind of was one at one point. Like, I suppose. But then again, so is any man or woman who feels like they can't just go out and be social or have fun. The thing I feel like what's saying is life is really hard. Or maybe it's not. You know, for some people it's not. But like the thing that makes me feel better is understanding that like my life, like, so everyone's life plays a different game with them. Some people's lives play by baseball, you know? And some people have like multiple sclerosis and all this kind of shit, and like that's their thing, and that's really actually harder than my life probably. But I suppose I have that in common with them to some extent, though their life is probably harder than mine, in that just my life plays hardball. Life sometimes plays, for some people, life plays hardball, and like that's just it. It's just hard, and when you get better, that's it. All you can do is get better. Like, it doesn't get easier, you just get better at dealing with it. That's it. It's the end. Like I'm also not like toxic masculinity. Like, you know, I don't have all this shit to say about it. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm some mega alpha male. But there is one aspect of that alpha male ethos that I do respect, and it's just the fact that in this day and age, in this like soft, like soy boy, whatever, I'm a soy boy, but like in this soft soy boy day and age, like I have a lot of reverence for my ancestors. I don't go, okay, boomer and stuff, though I understand it. But like, I don't have this resentment toward the older generation, because they had things that made them better people and made life more fun for them that we don't have. The younger generation don't have. And so life is lame for most of us. Even the ones that are having a good time, I'm just like, I'm not actually envious of you, because that's not real freedom. Because people like... Everything's... Honestly, like, I don't even want to go into it too much, because I could spend all day talking about how fucked up the world is right now. Because people's idea of, like, a good life, even the idea of what a good life is these days, is, like, so shit to me. It's like, I have lots of money and I'm comfortable. We used to be in tribes. We used to have orgies. Having sex, like, we used to be, like, highly efficient hunters and like, lovers, and, like tribal dancing. It just, like, we used to just, like, anyway. And now suddenly the best I can do is be rich and be comfortable. Suck my... Like, we used... What are you talking about? Sorry, I can get crazy about this. Like, it bugs me, dude. That, like, the standard of what it means to be doing well is, like, so... It's, like, pathetic. Like, it's so pathetic. Like tribes out in the sticks are just so much better in every way to me. Like, the ones who never forgot their connection to the earth and all this kind of stuff. That, no, this is, mate, when you talk about uni, like, I've made whole videos, like, whole documentary things on how, like, one of the hardest things I've ever had to learn, and has helped me infinitely, is understanding how wrong the main narrative that everyone believes is. But that's something most people do. Like, one of the hardest things to deal with is, like, it's no fun. It's no fun to realize the truth when everyone doesn't, most people don't see it or want to see it. A lot of people do. I'm being arrogant a bit. Like, yeah, I know some people share the same sentiments as me. Quite a few, more than I think probably. But like, the general consensus of what it means to be like a good person, or like, yeah, you're talking about uni. No, I didn't. I've been to uni, yeah, but not as part. Like, as an adult, not like, and I didn't even finish the degree. I just used up the student loan, the maintenance loan. I found a lot of people that I thought were the worst kind of successful people. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They're part of that narrative, the mainstream narrative that is built on a lie. And the lie is humans are like the apex predator, and the system we've created is the best one so far. Everything's dandy, everything's great. Like, Western civilization is like the best, even though everything that we have and everything that exists, it's all crumbling as we speak, man. Like, and I'm not worried about it because of the beliefs I have. I'm convinced that there will be things to replace it and things will get better. Much, 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 much better. But there's going to be a lot of changes coming very soon. If you ask me, that's just my opinion. I know that people don't really respect my opinion that much. But that's just me. It's how I live with it, really. How I live with the fact that it would seem like everything is going off a cliff. Because that's the truth. It is. A lot of things are going off a cliff, but there will be things that save us, basically. But yeah, things are going off a cliff, like, straight up. Like, the mainstream is going down the toilet because, I'm repeating myself a bit, but everyone's like us. What would the world look like, lol? I assume it'd be quite a scary world to live in. Life's scary, man. Like, life is like that. Like, what is it Bruce Lee said? It's something like, look, in different circumstances, like, being hyper intelligent, like basically we live in a system that is very cold, very unloving, and in spite of that insists on our excellence, right? In spite of living in a system that's very, very, like, whereas in like a functional tribe is like it's like levels of sophistication. The average Western person, I'm not saying it's perfect, man. I'm just saying, like, like, Western civilization thinks it's so intelligent, so smart, yet we're actually very unsophisticated. Like, everything is very chaotic and messy, and like, it works through brute force and, in all honesty, the naive faith that it's supposed to be this way. And I suppose not even naive faith, it's more just like the human capacity to make sense of things, even things that aren't good and don't make sense and shouldn't make sense. Like, our natural capacity to soften rough edges and make things good even when they aren't good, which is a human thing to do, to like make unbearable circumstances bearable. But, I'm not saying, my circumstances aren't unbearable, but I suppose they could be better. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Yeah. I've lost a lot of faith, man. I've lost a lot of, not even lost a lot of faith. Like that documentary I made, The Secret Trauma Behind Western Civilization. Like, if you watch that, it basically, like, draw values from have been proven false. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I do think, though, that long-term focus is progress. It can look like short-term collapse sometimes. Yeah. I agree with you, man. I just think all the traditional things we used to draw values from have been proven false. This is what I'm saying, yeah. And they are false because the human truth is that there was a time, and the way we work most effectively is through, like, love. And when love and strength are the highest virtues that humans, like, kind of revolve around, we are amazing. Like, humans are amazing. Like, spectacular. But then when the highest virtue is, like, the acquisition of wealth, having to save face, fear, that's the world we live in. That's why it's shit. That's why the world we live in is boring. Because the highest things you can be, the best thing you can be is rich, comfort, born of fear. It's just a fearful existence, fear of losing. I'm not saying it's that simple. I'm not saying billionaires aren't awesome people, because they probably are. You know, posh cunts are really cool. I love posh people. I love rich people, man. They're a blast. It's just a lot of them, you know, especially we have problems with billionaires and stuff like that who aren't aware of the fact that they're like, anyway, I don't want to even go into all that, but yeah, man. It's nice to talk about these things, but then it's just, now I'm just caught off on a rant, you know. When rich people have everything, they start wanting things they shouldn't have, I suppose, yeah. Yeah. They go after legal things, thinking their money gives them trying to do whatever they want. I suppose. I mean, it's much deeper than that, man. It's much more. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think that's true. But I think there's more to it. Do you think human society getting rubbish was inevitable? Yes, it was. It was inevitable, not because of human beings, but because of the dude. The system we live in is thousands of years old. The way our world works, primarily off of fear, domination, all that kind of shit, has been going on for thousands of years. Even though superficially we've gone through trends where everyone has dressed differently, the internal logic, the very deep-seated beliefs around the way human beings should conduct themselves and the way society should be hasn't actually changed for thousands of years, really. Not really. Like, fear is still the predominant thing that shapes human society. It's sad, but it's going to change. Everything's breaking, but that's it. Yeah, humans aren't rubbish, man. Like we are. I'm not even going to go there. I could probably start crying if I really think about it. Humans are like fucking like we're so amazing, but we're in a situation where, I mean, like we're governed by fear. Dude, a mechanic protest that got this outcome, or do you think we could have genuinely been avoided? Bro, if you watched my documentary, dude, The Secret Trauma of Western Civilization, I might even link it to you. Like, look at my videos. That video is one of the best things I've ever done. It literally explains how we got here. And it's so funny. The main thing you might need to get over is, like, how can this random dude who seems kind of crazy have figured out something true about something? How can he be right? And it's like, whatever, get over yourself. Like, what can I say, man? I'm kind of smart. You know, I'm not like, yeah, I'm kind of crazy, but what do you think the best time is always best time to be alive? I think actually being human has been more good than bad, even though the narrative will tell you it's mostly been bad. Yeah, humans can be awesome, but also destroy themselves. That's very true. Yeah. I'll watch the doc after the stream. Sure, please, man, please. It's like one of the best things I've ever done, and it's literally like, I'm so proud of myself. No. This is what bothers me, yeah? When I recommend people that documentary, they think, dude, this documentary changed my life. Like, making this changed my life. It changed my life, and I'm not shilling it. There's no money for me here. I'm telling you something just to help you. Like, I'm just out here, like, trying to help people with nothing. Like, eating fucking potatoes and shit, just, like, rotting and just trying to do good things. It's just retarded. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. This is where we're at, okay? But, like, that documentary, that knowledge, for me, I don't know. Maybe it won't do the same thing for other people. But learning, like, literally learning and knowing how civilization came to be the way it was makes me feel so at ease, because I know, because my whole life I knew something was wrong in the system. Like, because my family, like, how should I put this? Like, I understand, like, I have people, like, one of our greatest traits is, like, pattern recognition, right? And so basically, okay, so at the end of the documentary, I explain how I came to the conclusions that I came to. And at the end of it, I'm basically explaining how, like, why what I did was impressive. And I know it sounds like, I say, like, oh, bragging time. And it is a bit, but it's not. Actually, it's not. Like, what I did was impressive, like, period. But there's no, I don't know. I don't market myself like other people do, and I'm not like some weird shiny. Because I happen to be an artist as well. I have standards about how I present myself, and I don't like this whole YouTube. Buy my new course, like, suck my dick. Like, that is anti-human, like, commercial gobbledygook. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I hate it. It's so unhuman. Like, I love treating people with respect. Like, this to me is respectful. Going, hey, dumbass, I'm so nice and friendly. Go check out my dog. It's like, this is like, Like, you're not a dumbass. Like, I'm not going to treat people like they're stupid. So, but yeah, what I did was impressive, and it's made my life so much better because I mean, imagine you understood, like, okay, let me think about this. I'm blabbering too much. And I want to answer what you said as well. So just a second. I'm going to think. Because this is some crazy shit. Like, hang on. Most of my life, I felt like, and I know many other people feel like, the system that we exist in, like, we don't know what it's doing to hurt us. It's very hard to articulate, you know? It's very hard to articulate why someone might feel like the world is against them, right? And then someone would say, well, no, like, I have a perfectly functional family and I feel like everything's great and wonderful. And it's like, well, yes, because there is an absence of dysfunction in in the system of connections you have, you are shielded from certain realizations. When certain aspects of a family fail, you know, like a divorce happens or someone goes crazy, with things which have happened in my family, it's like you start relying on the system you're a part of to make up for the problems that you're having with your family. But when you do that, you start seeing the system and you start going, oh, wait a minute, this system is like, yeah, if I came from a loving family and I had loads of money, I would never ask questions. I would never have a worry in the world. But because I had a family and then I didn't, I can literally compare and contrast, and I can go, something is like I was just able to deduce that something is deeply wrong with the system we live in. And I always knew that, and so many people know that. But why? What exactly is it that it's doing to us? Yes, we know it's dehumanizing, but why? How is the system dehumanizing us exactly? What exactly is it doing to dehumanize us? The system is against your individuality. That is the thing, as far as I can see, that it does. Like, your originality, the thing that makes you uniquely you, is what the system inadvertently tries to snuff out. And the only people that... It's like, why is Lady Gaga worshipped? Because she's herself. But she couldn't just be herself, could she? She had to go through years of fighting her way up the music industry to become someone who has earned the right to be themselves. She couldn't just be herself. No. She had to prove to everyone that she's so amazing, and now she can just be herself, or like this kind of hyper version of herself. You know, like, nothing is more hated and yet also more like cherished and lusted after than the true self. Like, you know, it's when people say, oh, famous people, it's like, no one believes you when you're up and coming, but when you're on the top, everyone wants something from you. And that's because of the dichotomy we've created. That was the schizo's journey I've been referred to. Yeah. Living good forever makes you a kid. I suppose, yeah. I definitely believe that you figured something out. I had a similar life personally, and I made a lot of it, so I understand your archetype. Yeah, man. I'm glad. But, yeah, man, like when you know that the system you're a part of is against you, like, it's not in your head, but it's against you in a way that's really sneaky and insidious, because the way it's against you is specifically to do with your originality, your identity. You're like, it erodes the most sacred inner part of you. Like, but it's also that inner part of you, it's like spiritual, and spirituality is something that is like kind of repressed and misunderstood in modern society. So it's like, it's spiritually dead. Like, in other words, our society is spiritually dead, and Rome was spiritually dead as well. And it just hasn't changed that much. In other words, Rome never fell in certain ways. It's something that I've actually... It's a quote that I tend to use a lot. Rome never fell. In a lot of ways it didn't, because the same structures and the same ideals that upheld Rome uphold modern Western civilization. And people that haven't really understood what the significance of Jesus and why Jesus was so powerful are usually the ones who say, oh yeah, but they're right. Like, yeah, strength and determination are really important things, but we use that to overcompensate for the fact that, like, yeah, anyway. Oof, I get too hyped up talking about this stuff. Being authentic is overpowered. I always try to be myself. Yeah, being yourself, that's another thing I could go on forever about. But what's important to say, though? Yeah, man, definitely check out the documentary, man. That thing is like my pride and joy. in a certain way. Like it's in other words, right, the reason why I feel like that documentary made me so confident, made me a more confident person, is because most people are trying to fit in a system that actively hates them. Like that's the thing that's the point I'm trying to make. Like people want to be a part of something that actively wants to destroy what's sacred within them, and they don't know it wants to destroy what's sacred within them because if you have enough stuff to like comfort you, you don't really actually see how malevolent it is. Like if there's enough stuff to like soften it, you just sort of think, it's kind of weird. It does, this is really hard. But that's like in other words, even someone from a functioning family or situation will say, oh yeah, no, but it's really hard to get on top of things and it's really hard. But the reason why poor people are like, oh my God, it's impossible, is because they're just dealing with the system firsthand. And on to the way that they see it is like it's like they're seeing more fully what the system actually is, and it's a monster. Like it doesn't care about people. Like the tribal sense of just being like looking at another human being and going, you're valuable because you're another human being. Our system creates a reality in which people aren't valued innately or inherently. You're valued based off what do you do, what's your job, what's all this shite that people take as if it's the gospel. Like people treat as if that like money is the new. Money and progress and all this kind of shit is the new God. Spirituality exists in pockets, in private, in certain special places, often laughed, mocked at, or discarded or ignored. Though that's all changing, thankfully, because humans are kind of done. A lot of us are kind of done with this shit. But it's just, yeah, man. Like, we're so incredible, man. Human beings are just so, like, we're just so amazing. And I suppose, something that I think about is that we're so amazing, but because we're so amazing, in other words, the greatest trap. Okay, this is why I use ChatGPT to articulate myself, bro, because I can't fucking speak sometimes. Like, I want to say such important stuff, but I can't fucking get it out. Like, without feeling like I'm not speaking it good, But, like, if you're really, really powerful, but you are programmed against yourself. So, like, if in truth you're actually extremely powerful, but you are programmed against yourself, all that power is being used against you. So it makes you feel like you're actually really weak. So in a sense, what you're doing is you're using your brilliance, you're using all your intelligence, all your power to make yourself seem to yourself to be infinitely small. That's what a lot of modern society is. It's like our own power. We're like programmed against ourselves in such a way that we end up thinking we're very small. But the reason why we think we're small is because all our energy is all of which we have a lot of it. In other words, we're extremely powerful, but that power is used because we're programmed against ourselves. It's like we're using that power against ourselves, and that's why we feel small. We're not small because we're weak. We're small because we're so powerful. Paradoxically, like because we're powerful, because we create reality. The greatest thing you can do is program. Like if you program gods against themselves, they're going to create the perfect hell for themselves, aren't they? Because they have infinite power, but they believe they're worthless. And so they're going to use that power to reinforce the idea that they're worthless. It's genius. It's like incredible, And like, I can't even, I'm sorry. I know I'm straight ranting at this point, but I'm just going to get off my chest. Like I live in a pretty nice area at the moment, and it's clear here there's some pretty peaceful understanding. Like there's a lot of peace here, but then just not that far I can go for a walk and go to this really poor area, and I can literally see like the difference, because I'm not just seeing it as like poor versus rich area. I'm seeing it from a metaphysical lens. I'm seeing like what's the spiritual crisis that I can see in this area as opposed to that area, and like here maybe people were a bit cold. But then also they're comfortable, so they're just kind of taking what they can get and enjoying life as it comes. When I go to that poor area nearby, I'm just like, holy shit! Like these people, Gods programmed against themselves. That's what I see. That's what society is. Modern society is the genius of programming gods against themselves in a certain way. I get it. We're not God, but we're like, we have a lot of potential. Like humans have a lot of potential. And if you just wire us, it just, yeah, that's it, you know? It's like if you have a it's like if you have a machine that's really good at erasing things, and it's like super effective, and it's like, oh, this is a dream machine, man. It will erase anything. If there's any stains, any marks on a wall, it will just, it's a dream machine. It does everything. But then if you program it against itself, it will erase itself perfectly. I know it's a shit metaphor, but it's like, that's kind of it, you know? It's like because we're so good, it's genius. It's so good. And I don't know how intentional it is. I don't know how many people understand this. Maybe there's a demographic that do understand this somewhere up there. I don't know. I don't really care. I just know that this is what I see. You know? Like I see humanity, generally speaking, as like extremely powerful but programmed against itself and fearful. And that's it. And like until that changes, it's just going to be a fucking bummer because anyway, all our energy goes towards self-destruction. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Directs in a way that capitalism is inherently anti-human. It cares about what wins. Yes. And you're saying industrial revolution, bro, check out my documentary. I'll shut up about, I'm never going to say that again. But just so you don't forget, man, because it's like making it change my life. Learning what I learned to make that documentary has changed my life. I now never worry about like keeping score in terms of like how I'm doing in the world. I know this is going to sound fucked up. The world's retarded, man. The world is fucking retarded. And the amount of fucking gumption it takes. And the fact that I don't say it just as a cope. I'm not saying the world is retarded as a cope. That's the difference. Most people, they say, oh, the world's stupid or it's wrong or it's dumb. Cope. They don't actually know why. They couldn't tell you why. They just know something's off. Fair enough. I can tell you why. I can literally explain to you sufficiently. In a way that is intellectually satisfying because I needed that to justify my feelings because I was not about to just become another person who just goes, yeah, the system's evil and terrible and not know why. I know why. So, you know, I'm armed basically. Like, so when someone tries to put me in my place, someone who doesn't really think that much about who they are, why they are, where they are, how they got here, I can just tear them apart. I don't really care. Because like, what? Okay. Like, I devoted years of my life at great expense to figure out the things that I figured out. And then someone's just going to come along and be like, you're not keeping up with the Joneses. Joneses? We're humanity, dude. We used to be like, humans were so much better. Humans were better than this, man. Humans were better than this. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be too elitist, but when someone gives me some generic script, some bullshit, like and they don't even know it's a capitalist script, but they're all like a classic control script of just like, oh, so you're not very this or you're not very that, and it's like, I love you because you're a human being, and you're coming at me with all your mental abilities to like split me up and say I am too much this or not enough that. I just love you. What do you have to say? Nothing, right? Because you don't love me, because you're programmed. The end. Like, I love you, man. I love people. I love everyone. There's nothing else to it. But then, like, so, you know, learning what I've learned about this shit, it feels like I have an impenetrable fortress around me. And in a way I kind of do, because most people haven't ripped apart the very foundations of what they believe to understand how they got there. Most people haven't done that. Most people just go along with whatever the fuck they're told and feel inferior their whole lives. And so when they chat shit to me, I know deep down, really, they feel inferior. Now I'm going to check your comments. I'll give it, dude, I even made a video. Like, I made a video talking about how, like, I was walking home, right? And then this dude started laughing at me because I'm wearing skinny jeans and my shoes sound like heels. And I was just like, oh, this is classic, like, you're not good enough. And so I gave him a chance. I was like, oh, yeah, you're probably just laughing with me. Yeah, it's funny, right? Yeah, these shoes do sound like women's heels. But then he just kept laughing. And I was like, oh, you're now filtering. Like, this is hazing. This is Roman hazing. This is classic, like, you're not good enough. The domination, the hierarchy. You're like, you must be beneath me because you're different and different, just bullshit. Just same program shite, right? So I'm literally just like, don't laugh. I said to him, I'm like, don't laugh at me for being confident. It's your life. And then he shut the fuck up because really what's actually going on is he's going, my life isn't my life. I live in accordance to what makes other people happy. My life is about pleasing others. My life is about, like, I'm subordinate. I might look like a big tough guy who does rugby and everyone likes me because that's who he was. He was like a big muscly fella who thinks he's the shit. But I'm just like, yeah, I guess you're pretty cool, man. But you're also just kind of like not free. I hate to be able, like, look, I hate to be able to take the rug from underneath most people's feet. But if you did what I did, you would be able to do that. Because people don't understand the like belief system structures that they're standing upon aren't as stable as they think. And because they aren't as stable, it's like this guy thinks he's going to win the argument, haha, laughing at me. And I'm just like, bro, I love you. I want you to succeed. Like, you're laughing at me. I feel sorry for you for laughing at me because you think you're a loser because I'm just being true to myself. And if you hate someone who's just being true to themselves, you just hate yourself. There's nothing else to it. Like, and I already discerned that he wasn't laughing with me. Sorry, I went on a big rant, but I'm going to check what your comment says. And the system was maybe inherited from early pagan dominate one man creating systems. Yes, yeah, you're kind of onto something. I do go into it. That does tie into it. That's incredible. You're definitely the same type of person as me. I'm always agree. Dooming isn't good and we have to fight for an explanation. Yeah, man, definitely. I watched the doc. Please, man, please. It's like it changed. What I learned to make that documentary changed my life. And also, again, I have to say, someone might be like, oh, so you just figured out something that makes it so that you think no one can ever talk shit to you. Like, no, that's not true. People can catch me off guard. I'm wrong often. I'm not perfect. But, like, how deep, like what most people don't understand is how deep, like the depth of your questioning determines your capacity to be undermined. Like, if a person hasn't really questioned the foundations of what they believe, and I have ripped apart the foundations of what I believe as someone born in Western society, they don't stand a chance because they're basically like the foundations they are standing on to point down at me and say I am beneath them aren't valid in my world because I know that the foundations he's standing on is our society works. This is the way things are. And I'm like, it doesn't work. It hasn't always been this way. We're on the winning side of authoritarianism. Hate to burst your bubble. I'm glad your life is okay. I'm glad you're fine. I'm glad you busy yourself with whatever you busy yourself with. I'm sure you're very good at rugby. And I'm sure you're very handsome. And I'm sure you've gotten laid a lot. I'm sure you're just as cool as you think you are, buddy. But ontologically speaking, on deeper levels, I've addressed things you haven't even dared to go near. So, yeah, I'm always going to be able to rug pull motherfuckers who haven't thought as deeply as me because they haven't thought as deeply as me. The end. Like, I've questioned assumptions. I've questioned things that they haven't even gone near with, like, they don't even know exist. And so it's just this thing of like, yeah, good luck. Like, if someone with a brain who's really thought about shit and like torn stuff apart, they could probably get under my skin and I'd be like, fine. And I'd want it as well because I could grow from it. But it's just this dummy who's just like using brute force. I'm bigger than you. I'm tougher than you. And I'm going to put you down. It's like, you've already lost, bro. Because I love you. Literally, like I wanted to, bro. I was just the whole time I was thinking like he doesn't know how to connect with me in a positive way. He actually wants to connect with me. He can probably see something about me that's different and unique, and he wants to connect with me, but he doesn't know how. So he's just chatting shit because he doesn't know what else to do. Like he's like, oh, this guy's different because I am different, and he's like, but then but it's all coming out negative. Because he doesn't know how. He's like a posh cunt and he's used to thinking he's better than everyone. So the only way he knows how to relate to people is if they're beneath them. If they're different and they're like, he just can't, it just doesn't work. So he's just put me down. But then I can see through all of it. So I'm just like, I just felt sorry for him because he's like, I wouldn't want to, like, I want the best for everyone. Anyway, watch the doc. Are you positive, negative to Christianity? I am. I don't really care. It's just religion. Jesus wasn't religious. Jesus wasn't a religious figure. People make him, like, they make him about religion. He's extremely important relative to our system, the modern Western system, the modern Western civilization. Jesus Christ is extremely important to to us as Western people in Western civilization. Not so much for perhaps other people, but because of our, yeah. Does so with your understanding way. Yeah, no, Christianity, that's just religion, man. Rome never fell, man. I'm gonna keep it simple. Watch the documentary, man. Watch the documentary. That's exactly what it's about. The difference between Christianity, religion, what Jesus really did. I love Jesus, but not as Christian Jesus. I love him as the iconoclastic, fearless motherfucker that died for what he believed was true, Jesus. Not the faggot fucking, like, peace and love, man. Like, no. I mean, yeah, actually, truthfully, he was. No, that's not true. I think he was much more loving than me. But this fake bullshit, this fake white wearing, like, love and light shite. It's like, this is nonsense, man. Like, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Like, look, I don't want to put words in people's mouths. I don't know what Jesus. I don't know. I just. What document do you mean? It's called The Secret Trauma Behind Western Civilization. Look at my videos. It's near the bottom. It's the most viewed video on my channel. Thanks, man. Yeah. Do you feel in any way things are changing for the better? No, they're going to. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what I believe, right? And I'm saying this because what I'm about to say is, like, I believe it because how should I put this? Like, my mum, when I was born, she saw an alien. Like, she had alien contact when I was born, right? That is going to change your life forever. That's just going to change your life forever. You know, so I was always going to be different. I was always going to be strange, you know, because, like, my mum would talk about how my real father and stuff, and, like, all this kind of stuff, and to her it was true and real. Point being is that I've never been, because of the experience I've had and because of the way I was raised, I'm not against information that is, like, very left field or unusual. And so this source of information comes from Bashar, who's, like, a dude who, like, channels aliens. But basically, you know, alien disclosure is already happening. The government is already tiptoeing near it. But by next year, it's going to be real big. So when you say, do you feel anything in any way that things are changing for the better? For like aliens are going to show up next year, and that's going to be amazing. And it's going to be like an ontological shock, which is great. And I look forward to it because everyone needs more reason to change because it's not good. But, you know, that's a very important thing. But generally speaking, like, on the human front of things, I don't know how much is changing for the better. I'm not waiting for aliens to make everything better. It's just, the thing is, when aliens do show themselves to exist, the back door, like the Pandora's box that exists within every human being on this planet that gets stuffed down is going to be torn open, because everything that people assume to be true about reality and what it means to even be a human being is going to be in question and on the table again, as it once was when they were children, but when you're a child, everything's on the table. It's only when you become an adult, you stuff everything back into the box, and then you go, no, that's a stupid question. Don't you dare ask about why we're here. Like, where do we come from, really? Like, is our history, are we really just animals? You know, don't ask questions, man. Just have a job and shut the fuck up. But yeah, I don't know, man. On the human front, like, I don't know. I just know that, like, I look forward to the ontological shock that alien presence will have on humanity, and because we need it. Because I've already gone through certain things like that. Some, as well. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm very impassioned and I have my opinions, but I'm also not the most weathered. Some people have alien contact all the time. You know, I know what I know and I believe what I believe. I do the best with what I know. I know I'm not like remote viewing or some, you know. But yeah. Do you feel anything? Okay. Have you ever listened to Drain Gang? No. I might check that out. I saw an alien before my grandma was born. It came with her on a lake. I used to dead people go to the charge. See, man, that's bro. That's probably why you get me on some level, because you've had that. I was staring at a chair and said, "Why is there a man sitting in the chair?" Yeah. The alien looked like a human being. He looked like a very beautiful man. So yeah, that's funny. There's no man in the chair. Then parents read that's where my dad used to sit. Interesting stuff. No idea how the alien looked. Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's probably why you get me. You know, that's probably why you resonate with me, man. Because no, I've actually figured this out. Like, my dad wasn't spiritual. Why does that matter? Why am I bringing that up? What does it mean to be spiritual? Depends. Some people's idea of spirituality is just religion. That's my father's idea. Just believe in religion, go to church, whatever. But there's another level. There's a deeper level to spirituality, like a level that rips you apart, right? That's what Alien Contact addresses. Alien Contact is the kind of spirituality that you feel, like you feel it, and you can't, and it's the kind of thing that you can't. It's like you can't unsee it. You know, I'm not saying, look, I'm not here to deny the beauty and significance of people's people's faith when they devote themselves to religion. I'm just saying there's a big difference. Like, the ontological shock of encountering this, like, spirituality through Alien Contact or through, I don't know, I suppose real gnosis, like spiritual gnosis experience. There's just a huge difference between that and religion. And like, because my mom had experienced that, it's hereditary. So I am on the same page as my mother, whether I want to be or not. But because my dad never experienced it, and his understanding of spirituality is just kind of this vague notion, and at times when he's had a really hard life, he's come to rely on it, and I can respect that and understand that. But he's not spiritual the same way my mum is. And so, yeah, even though I don't get on with my mum in a certain way, because she's my mum, and like, it's just, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but it's like hereditary. Like, the thing, like, for some reason, real spiritual contact is something that gets passed down through your children. Like, so I was kind of, quote, doomed from the start. Like, I was always going to be different from the very beginning. And I didn't know why or what it was. And now I come to realize, yeah, it's like alien/spiritual stuff that, like, yeah. Yeah, I used to wonder what made me different, and now I can kind of quantify it. There's no man in the chair. That's interesting, man. I read there are many types of aliens. Yeah, there are. Planet Largo, they're supposed to be greys, bluebirds, mantids, tall whites. Yeah, man, that's it. Those are all legitimate races that we're going to be dealing with at some point eventually. You think it's genetically hereditary or tribally hereditary? This gets called conspiratorial. No. As in, what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'll frame it this way, right? Like, I believe that. How should I put this? I need to get poetic. I need to channel right now, like, to convey the point. A lot of spiritual belief, that word spiritual is very loaded. A lot of spiritual belief, it's hope. It's hope. It's like you want this to be true, and so you spending your time focusing on it, and you use it as this crutch, and it like helps you, and it gets you through life. Yeah? That's true. It got you through life, right? Must mean something. But then the other spirituality I'm talking about, it's more psychedelic. It's like when you see something that you can't unsee. Like, it's like a scar. You can't get rid of it. Once it's done, it's done. Like, you are marked forever. It's like this. Like, and because real spirituality, as far as I'm concerned, is like that, that's why it's hereditary. But that's also why my dad doesn't have it and my mum does. And that's why I have it, because I'm from my mum, literally, and I inherit it. Like, you can't, it's like an inherited thing. I don't know how, we're not going to get into, I'm not going to get into like DNA and stuff. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, bro. I'm just saying, like, I feel like because my mum had these experiences, for some reason, I feel like I can't help but pick up where she left off. And where she left off was not bad. Like, it's funny, man. Like the true pyramid of like growth. People think like in the masses, they think like, oh, money, wealth, riches. But really, most people that get like Maslow's hierarchy of needs or whatever. But when you really actually look at it, it's more like spirituality is at the top. And if you go even further, it's like spirituality / aliens. Like that's at the real top of the pyramid. That's why Area 51 is like secret. It's like that's the real shit right there. That's like fuck. That's crazy, man. Everyone knows that, really. Like if you rank it, like, oh, the elites, they got money. Yeah, wow. Now, but if you want to scare people, talk about aliens. That's and talk about it in a real way. Don't say like, haha, funny little aliens. Like, no, like for real, man, aliens. Then people start like, oh shit, yeah. Like we have history with them, man. It's deep, man. It's deep. But the point is, I felt like I had to continue where my mom left off. I can't help it. Like I wanted to be more invested in Western civilization and the things that the values and the virtues it extols, like, oh, become very rich and famous. And I still want those things because it helps my life. But spirituality, again, it's like a scar. Like you can't unsee it. Like, even though it would be nice, like I wish I could be, man, if I wasn't as spiritual as I was, like I wish I could focus on caring about my appearance more. It would be nice to get laid more, but I can't do it. Why? Because I have virtues and values that just like outrank the need for superficial physical gratification. Like I've cried. I felt spiritual truth that is better than sex. Like I've literally felt feelings in my own heart that feel better than sex. And I've had some good sex, man. So yeah, like it's like, you know, that kind of messes things up a bit. Like if you like the day you have an experience where you literally feel as if like you're feeling feelings that feel better than good sex without anyone there, you're just alone and you just feel this stuff. You're just like, well, what do you do then? You know what I mean? How can you chase money after that? How can you chase anything after that? Like, you know, I happen to do music because I think it's one of the only mediums that allows me to convey that feeling. But it's like that's why I say spirituality is like a scar. It can't be unseen. This is why I say Jesus is like an iconoclastic figure. Scary stuff. Yes, scary. Fear. Going into your fears. Yes, important stuff, because that's real spirituality as far as I'm concerned. All this bullshit of spirituality just being like white robes and stuff. It's like, fine, if you want to go at 5 miles an hour, go for it. But if you really want to put the pedal to the metal, like real spirituality is scary. Like alien contact is scary. I'm stealing my nerves. You know, I'm learning to become stronger so I can handle more stuff. Okay, interesting stuff. Yeah, I read them and skeptical. I would like to see an alien. Do you believe in them? How can you not? I don't know what that would mean for religions, though. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. It's a big deal. I'm skeptical, but open to the possibility. Do you think it's genetically hereditary? I think it's tribal. You can look into Bible tribes if you care. Perhaps, yeah. But biblical tribes. Do you think it's genetically hereditary? I don't know what the difference is between that. With my autism, I had different preoccupations when I was a child. With like, no, Martin, man, like autism is like, that's a real spiritual path to some extent. Like, yeah. I don't know about the chat length. I think that's just YouTube. We need someone to make TikTok edits of your rant. Genuinely, that's the main way spiritual aesthetic message spreads nowadays. I mean, I could do it. I'd be willing to do it. The problem is like what troubles me is that I have trouble articulating myself, and because I post funny, stupid shit sometimes, people, like, it's not that people don't take me seriously, but it's just like, I don't know how to make a mark while still maintaining my integrity, basically. I'm beginning to learn how to do it, but I haven't figured out how to like become more popular whilst maintaining my integrity. I'm trying to figure it out, like to succeed, I guess, but in a way to spread the message, but in a way that doesn't demean from my artistic and spiritual sensibilities. I'm still figuring that out. Thanks, man. I appreciate it though, and I want to share. Spirituality is inherently very aesthetic because part of it is getting. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you get it. Spirituality is inherently very aesthetic. No, but that's the paradox. It's also like, I think it's the paradoxical thing about spirituality, as far as I see it, is that like true spirituality, you know, when people go on these dark retreats and all this kind of stuff, that's a taste of it. I also think there's something to be said about, I don't know, everyone's path is different. That, I know that sounds like a cop out, but it is true. Like that, it is true. I know that sounds like a cop out. I've been so staunch and righteous about everything, but that's the truth. Because some people, you know, I used to be jealous of people that were more like, that would do all these crazy spiritual things and do all these spiritual retreats. But then I realized I just have my path, man. And like, I just have to walk the walk that I'm walking. Like, I just need to do what I need to do. The scary ones are supposed to be the reptilians, draconians, and probing the graves. I have a book on like reptilians and stuff. It's pretty cool, man. I might get it. Prophet Jesus was both love but also harsh sometimes. Yes, he was. I agree with that. The scary ones. Genetic. Thank you very much. I hope everything goes well. Thank you. Hey there. Hello, Melonista. Hello. Okay, genetic hereditary. If you keep marrying non-spiritual people, it declines. That's funny. Probably not. Nah. Tribal hereditary, mother's daughter. Yeah. Tribal. Yeah, it's tribal hereditary. Like you can't, bro. Like the way I see it, it's like spirituality is so dangerous because it's the one, like real spirituality. You can't undo it. It can't be undone. Like I'll put it like, because it breaks the deepest things. It breaks the foundations upon which you stand. So you can't, and so like, if it's a foundation, you have to build it, you have to get another one. And there's no way around it. Like, and you can't ever go back because you've seen the flaws. Like what are you going to believe a lie? That's why spirituality is so dangerous, man. Because that's why I have unintentionally been avoiding truth. Real truth is dangerous. It's dangerous because you can't undo it. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. If there's someone who's spoiled rotten, yeah, and they just live a life where they don't have to worry about shit. They're just like, oh yeah, cool, I never worry about anything. My life's just great. Everything's great. Everything's perfect. But then they experience something that literally shows them this doesn't work. And not only that, it's harming them. It's because these people are usually very selfish. But if they even start to see how it hurts them, they can't undo that. They now can never do the things they used to do. If they've really been affected by it, as this is the kind of spirituality I'm talking about, they can't go back. Like, it's a one-way door. Like, you're done. You're done, and you have to start doing new things and pouring that same conviction you had for all the bullshit you used to do into something entirely new. That's it. That's what true spirituality is to me. It's like you can't undo it. Once it's done, it's done. And you just have to, and like often it feels like you're just in the bombed out remains of everything you once believed. And it's just like, and you can cry and scream and be as upset as you want, but it's one of those bitter pills of like, you press it's detonation. Like you press that fucking button, done. Can't go back. Because you can't. If you know something's a lie that everyone else thinks is true, but you know it's a lie, you're just on your own forever. That's it. I mean, probably not. But like, you have to contend with the idea, like with the logic that might be the case, because it's just like, in other words, if that becomes the case, that becomes the case. In other words, okay, I'm mincing this shit. Hang on. Like, even if it meant that you were alone forever, that's just your lot in life now. Because like, if everyone believes something and you know it's not true, that's just your lot in life. You're fucked. Like, you're just, and that's taking it the bad way. The good way to take it is to go, okay, holy shit, like I guess I need to build something new from here. But like, there is an element of just like, holy shit, like if everyone doesn't realize this, and I'm the only one who realizes this, I guess I just have to deal with the fact that I'm just alone forever. Yep, maybe. So yeah, that's my thing on truth. Like people say, oh, negative, whatever. You're just filtering life. You're just filtering. You're just trying to soften the blow of like real understanding. As far as that's just the way I see it. Like if you can go back, did you really learn? I don't know, you know. Like I now have a very, very strict sense of what I can and can't get away with. Like in the sense that like I can be hedonistic but within limits. Like I've got a lot of freedom. I still have a lot of freedom, but because of the things I believe, like I can't. There are certain things I can't do. Like I'll tell you something crazy. Like I went out and I hung out with these people and we went home and like I mean shit, man. It could have been like it could have gone. It could have been crazy. But like yeah, I took a bunch of drugs. You know. And it's funny, like that doesn't go against my morals. No, it doesn't really, because I just wanted to have fun and they were on drugs and fuck it, we're just gonna do this. What goes against my morals is that when I started texting them, I don't lie, I don't pretend, and I felt like the person I was talking to wanted me to speak to her a certain way, and I just wasn't gonna do it because I felt like it just felt insincere. So, again, it's like funny. It's like. Yeah, I'm allowed to take drugs, for example, if I want, if I'm careful with it, but I'm not allowed to like lie to myself. I can't lie to myself. Like if I like I'm extremely allergic to like I'm really sharp to like manipulation. Like if I can tell when anytime someone tries to manipulate or like do some fancy shit, I'm like onto it straight away and I just don't. It's not happening. Like, and I sensed that with her. I felt like she was like I couldn't just talk to her like a person. Like she wanted me to talk to her a certain way and be a certain person. I was like, no, then we're just not friends. The end. Sorry. I had a great time. I know they liked me too, but that's it. You know. Anyway, I'm done running, but yeah, I've got a bunch of shit on my chest. As well, when you say like putting it's just I don't know, man. Like my sometimes I feel like I have nothing to say, and sometimes I resent the fact that like YouTube is primed for like bullshit to succeed, and so it makes it very hard for me to promote myself as much as I probably should, as much as I may want to. As much as I probably should, yeah. I'm probably gonna play the guitar quite soon. Christ, I spoke for so long. You know, I'm gonna do a lot more of these lives because I actually have to. Because I feel like I don't know how to make enough stuff, and you know, I feel like this is the right way to go about it. So yes, it's weird because I'm not the usual artist. Like I feel like most artists are just like, I care about music and they don't have this spiritual angle as well. But I have the spiritual shit that I also believe that like is a whole thing. So it's not as simple as just like, I want to be a musician. It's like, it's also like, I have all these points to make about society and truth and spirituality and whatever. Yeah. Okay, I should probably play. Like tongue or Tolera videos. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like look, man, I have no problem with entertainment or anything like that. It's just like I don't know, you know, like it is sad that like I don't think it's sad, man. I think it's just very like in other words, I feel like like it's very like when you say like, oh, these kind of funny little videos are popular right now and more educational stuff is less popular. It's like, yeah, no surprises there. The system is working exactly as it should. This is the system we've created, the system that administers us and governs us creates stupid people. It creates people that don't care, that don't feel responsible for anything. They don't feel like humans are supposed to be stewards of the earth. Do people think that? Fuck no. Most people just think about themselves. Like, we're meant to be stewards of the earth. Like ideally, like we're supposed to like keep everything going and keep it nice, you know? But most people don't have that sense of responsibility. They're just like, I want entertainment. I'm sad. I'm traumatized. I'm upset. Feed me. It's like, and so I'm not disappointed. This is the system we've created. This is what this system creates. This is what it creates. Crocodilo, Bombardino, Crocodilo. Also, he's probably the worst. Yeah, it's just Cappuccino, Ballerina. She sounds kind of. See, it's funny, man. It's funny, and it's fine. Entertainment's fine. It's just that like. It's just that. Oh no, our story is tragic. It was always going to be. Yeah. Bro, yeah. No. This is the thing. People might say I'm depressing or say what I'm saying is depressing, right? But the only reason why they say it's depressing is because they don't understand how fundamentally flawed, like I'm not afraid to look at the actual thing everyone's standing on, that everyone wants to believe is true, and actually realize how untrue it is. It's like because if you do that, you then have to install a new foundation in yourself, and you know that the thing that everyone's believing is kind of half rotten, you know? But it also, and like that's extremely painful, but it also saves time because then you're never disappointed. Like the reason why most people are disappointed is because they put their faith in a foundation that is flawed fundamentally. It will always disappoint them. It's by design. Like by design, people get their hopes up. Like, oh, maybe things will get better. No, because the system, the modern Western civilization, by design creates Epsteins, it creates poverty, it creates stupidity. Like the system is working as intended, bro. That's why I'm never disappointed. I'm all surprised because that's just like, it's rotten from the core. It's like, you know, that's like so, people are like, oh God, it's like, why are you telling me this? It's like, because it's the truth. Sorry. Like I'm over it. Like the quicker you can get over that, the better your life's going to be, because then you'll just begin to realize everything needs to change. And it is changing. That's why the system is collapsing, because everything needs to change. It's wrong. It's rotten at the core. And because people are so beautiful and magnificent, we make it like somehow work in spite of that rotten core. Like on higher levels, we hide how rotten it is. And there's all this stuff to make it seem like it isn't rotten. And there's all this like tricks and games we play to like avoid, like, and some people just don't know that it's wrong, but it's just fundamentally rotten. And the quicker you can get over that, the quicker you can just move on and just be like, oh shit, okay, like we just need a new thing, like, period, like, and it's coming, so it's all good, man. I'm happy. I do not crave being rich and stuff. I mean, it helps, man. I'm not gonna lie, it helps because we're still in the system we are in until we're not. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to be rich, sure. I like rich people, man. Yeah, paradoxically, I know you might, after everything I've said, you might think I dislike rich people. I actually don't. It's just, the truth is they're more often victims of their own comfort than they think. That's all. I love them. Rich people they're so much fun, dude. They're so like hedonistic a lot. Like, posh people are great, man. They're so hedonistic and crazy, and it's like, and I like having fun, you know. I'm not like, you know. I know it seems paradoxical. It's like, but I can know about all this crazy stuff, but and simultaneously want to just take drugs and party. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like duh. Like, of course. Like I wanna. Like, of course. Like, I wanna go crazy. If I know that everything, like the system that we exist in is like doomed to fail, it's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna be a bit irreverent and like just be like, fuck it, I'll take ketamine or whatever. Like, duh, yeah, of course. Be careful though, you know. Like I'm always like, I think about stuff. You think about stuff as well. Think about yourself. I don't know. I don't want to say I take drugs and then suddenly everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's okay. Don't like, be careful. They're dangerous. I'm older. And I think about this. I don't know. I'm not everyone's dad, but I'm just wary of like saying. I don't want to just be like, yeah, take drugs. It's like, be careful. Like, be careful out there. Yeah. But yeah, man. I should probably play the guitar, but it's a bit too late now. Yeah, it's like 12. I should probably, yeah. I guess we're just not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. I can't do it because it's too late. And I like my neighbours, and I think they're good people, so I'm not gonna expose them to. Sorry, yeah, I'm not gonna be playing any more music. I mean, I'm not getting into huge amounts of money. I did not meant the people. I try to enjoy life, focus on making new friends and trying being content. Yeah, man, that's fine. Look, I have nothing against people. Like, dude, Martin, you seem like a very innocent, like, dude who just, like, tries to have, like, as much fun as he can, but you're not, like, a leech. You're not, like, a parasite, from what I can tell. You seem like a really decent guy, sweet guy. So, like, I'm just saying, I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of people who could be doing, like, there are people that should be better people, and they're not, and that's a problem. But yeah, I don't know. Like, that's like a really, I'm actually underselling how much of a hard pill to swallow it is to, like, realize how fundamentally flawed our system is. Like, yeah, it's a really hard pill to swallow, actually. Like, when I first discovered it, it was like, I felt like I was going insane, because I was like, no way, this couldn't be true. In some way, I didn't want to believe it was true. But, like, no, yeah, the system is inherently, like, kind of evil in a way, but it's crumbling, so it's all good. And aliens are gonna shake things up. They're not gonna save us, though, but their presence is gonna set off a shit ton of things in so many people, and it's gonna change. It will change the world. They're not gonna save us, though. Aliens aren't gonna save us, as they shouldn't. But their mere presence and notifying themselves of their existence is going to trigger the shit out of everyone, which is exactly what needs to happen, because everyone's just, like, waiting to die, essentially. Like everyone's just, yeah. Per example, the people that bullied me when I was younger. Yeah, man, you didn't deserve that. Honestly, you seem like such an innocent guy. And yeah, like a good-natured, genuine guy. I think, you told me you've got autism, right? And I think, like, yeah, you're like super honest in a world full of people that, like, aren't. Yeah, like, people hide behind all these layers and stuff, and you're just such a straight shooter. You're just like, hey man, I like this, I want to do that, that's really fun. You're just I think everyone's like that deep down. They just hide it, Deep down, everyone's autistic. They just hide it. It's true, you know. Everyone deep down just wants to, like, have fun and be happy, but there's just all these layers of whatever that they put up. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. I should probably end this soon. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. But now it's not about music. I'm just talking. Fuck. Yeah, no. I should probably end it. Actually, should I? Oh, you don't want to just be ranting, though. I don't know. I don't want to just, like, rant, man. This is meant to be about music. I'm happy you started realizing the chat. This has been very insightful. Yeah, no, and I'm glad. No, I'm glad I did too. I have a lot of things I could say that would help a lot of people. The problem is, articulating it takes a shit ton of energy. And also, previously I have been angry at people. I won't lie. Because the depths that I felt that I had to go to figure all this stuff out, I only went to those depths because other people wouldn't or didn't. Like in a lot of ways, a lot of my, like the resentment I have towards people comes from the fact that I felt like I've had to do things. And I know how petty that sounds. There are so many firefighters and fucking doctors who would just be like, shut up, you whiny bitch, you know, like what have you done for people? But it's like, fine, fair enough. But for me, it's just like, I just feel like, I suppose really it's like anger towards my family in a certain way, but I won't get too much into that. But it's just this kind of feeling of like having to clear up a mess that I didn't make and having to go to places that I shouldn't, like having to go to some crazy places to like rectify things within myself and to make sense of this reality that we exist in. Like I've had to go to some crazy places. I think a lot of people wouldn't believe how far you have to go to understand these things in a certain way. Like, I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm not saying I'm Jesus or like a triathlete or David Goggins or something, but it's pretty metal, man. I'll just say that. But anyway, nevertheless, it doesn't matter. My resentment is clearing up and I'm feeling a little bit more eager to share this, so I probably will start. But yeah, I've kind of been putting it off because I had been resentful towards people because I was like, yeah, but I'm not so much anymore, so I guess I should share it. Hang on. I'm happy you started reading chat. Yeah, I hate what games people play and are not honest. And I'm honest. No, I know, man. I know, man. It's just like, honestly, Martin, I think you're kind of just a more pure person, to put it bluntly. I've seen your messages and the way you talk and the way you are, man. Like, I've known you a little while. Not that well, but you know, we're speaking for a while. Like you're a pure dude, man. And the world is not. It's pretty unpure. I regret my first interaction with you was calling you crazy. Yeah, I know, dude. But I was a lot like the guy in the story you told earlier. I wanted to interact with you, but didn't know how. Yeah, I know, man. I know a lot of people like this. Now's my time to be mean to you. Like, no, I'm not going to do that because that's dumb. I don't have anything bad to say, man. I'm glad, man. Yeah. I know I seem crazy, I know. Because there's a right way to show yourself and present yourself. You are a warrior hearing where you all went through. Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. No one's nice to me, man. No one's nice to me. I went... No. You know what it is? Because I haven't presented all the shit I've learned and I haven't figured out how to present it properly, people don't even know... Like, I don't want to sound like I'm asking for pity or like admiration, but it's like I went so far to figure these things out, and it's like, yeah, I haven't put it out there enough for there to be any reward yet. I'll put it this way, right? I descended into hell. I got some very interesting information in hell. I came back up, expecting crowds. Expecting something. There was nothing. So of course that's upsetting because, you know, you went to hell and then you come out of hell and you would think people were like, oh yeah, fucking he did it. No, not only is no one there, people look at you like you're crazy. People think you've done nothing. People want to undermine everything you've done. People treat you weird. So then you just sort of go like, ugh. And then, you know, but I think I'm beginning to get over it. But it's just, it is a bummer to like do something really, you know, for what you feel like is the benefit of mankind in some small way. And to then just be like, oh yeah, you're nothing. Not only are you nothing, you're like crazy and weird. It's like so fucked up. It's so fucked up. But yeah, I'm kind of over it now. Grr, how tough you have to be in this world. It's ridiculous. Thank you for calling me a warrior. I'll take that as a compliment. It's okay as well if calling me crazy. I know. I presented myself as a bit crazy, so it's not a surprise. I think, and also we are all crazy, really, as well, in a lot of ways. Everyone's crazy. We just hide it, but everyone's crazy in their own way. Some people's way of being crazy is being too sane is a form of craziness. Like always being normal. Like excessive normality is a form of madness, if you ask me. It's like I'm always like, because normality, being excessively normal means being super system coded. Like you're super like In other words, like, to be excessively normal is to be the embodiment of Western civilization itself. Yes, I have a job and a wife and all this shit. It's like, and that makes me legitimate and all this shit. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm supposed to be playing guitar, but this has made me think. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like I should just keep doing this. I should keep like posting stuff, trying to play the guitar. Then 100. Who said 100? Thank you, Savannah, but I don't really know what you're agreeing with. But thank you for 100ing me. But yeah, like, I don't really know how to begin presenting the information that I've learned. Like, I always feel like it's better to just, like, I'm just gonna keep, because look, my plan was to like share the music that I make and do, right? And I suppose what I'll do is I'll just keep doing that. Like, every day I'm gonna upload me like playing the guitar and practicing because I love music. I love music. Yeah, I can unashamedly say. Savannah, if you want to tell me why you're telling me 100, that would be really great. You don't have to do that, but I just have no idea. I don't know. Okay, thank you. Thanks. I don't know what you're supporting me for, but I guess I'll just take it. Like, thank you. Because I have no idea what you're supporting. If you're just supporting me, I'll just take it. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep making stuff. I'm gonna keep doing lives every day of music, and then if I do talk about spiritual stuff, I will. But I just know I need to post it. To excessive normality. Oh, yeah. Huh, thanks. I'm glad you see it that way. Yay, people understand. So it's like, to excessive normality. Yes, it is wrong, actually. Excessive normality is a form of madness. Anyway. Yeah. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna be posting music, and then if I talk about, yeah, that's just the way it's gonna be. I have to use music as the excuse to talk about all this stuff because otherwise. But I'm also just supporting you. Thank you. Yeah, I have to use music as the excuse to talk about this stuff, and we're just gonna keep doing. I don't usually comment a lot, but I appreciate your content and hearing your thoughts, and thank you. Kinda Lemonish. That's a really cool name. And Savannah is just, okay, I don't want to be inappropriate, but Savannah is like such a hot name. I'm gonna stop, but like, it is. Savannah, that's such a hot name. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I'm being fucking internet, I'm being a creepy guy. Well, trust and good night. Yeah, good night, people. Yeah, I'm gonna call this wrap, but I'll be back tomorrow with more music and probably talking, I guess. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. And yeah, I have to say this. I always have to say this because it's one of the most important things I've ever done. God, this is good. This is giving me a lot to think about, actually. But yeah, check out the documentary, The Secret Trauma Behind Western Civilization. Yeah, that is like, yeah, it's one of the most interesting, powerful things I've ever done. It changed my life to make it in some small way, and I hope it changes yours because I don't know, man. It's a bit like having X-ray glasses, you know? Like, if you can see through the system you're a part of, it's like the Matrix. You know what? No. I'm going to say that, yeah? And then if you... Crocs, you're going to be my test subject, okay? Thank you for all your nice comments, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Alf. Crocs, you're going to be my test subject. Please actually do check the doc, right? But here's the deal. I'm saying, here's the experiment, yeah? I'm saying that in some small way, it's like wearing X-ray glasses. It's like unplugging from the Matrix. In a small way, I think it is, right? It might be. It might not be. We'll see. But I've said that. So now, watch it. And tomorrow, if you're online, if you're available, or any other time, I'll ask you, and you tell me what you think, if it really was as deep as I'm claiming it is, you know? Because not because I think it's amazing, but because I actually just want to see the quality of what I've done. I'm not I'm not a big I'm not a studio or something. It's just me. I just made this crazy little documentary thingy with a conversation with ChatGPT. Like, yeah, it's just this little thing that I made. I may even have to remake it because it's like people keep getting hung up on the fact that I did use ChatGPT partially to make it. But like, yeah, it really doesn't matter. The way in which I was using ChatGPT to make it, it's not the point. I wasn't asking ChatGPT to come up with stuff that's particularly hard, information that's particularly hard to find. Like, a lot of it is just validating stuff that is true and you could look up anyway. But okay, people, I'm done talking. Thank you, Crocs. I'll get in touch with you, or just comment on the doc. Sure, man. Let me know what you think if you want. Either way, we'll let you know. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Peace and love. Bye-bye.